paperwork, but this is important. Wedding invitations. Now, do I go with something a little more traditional like this? Little bells,
Cassie,
angels?
listen, I would love to go over this with you, but Lambview Crime Watch is debuting today. I have so many things to go over. I'm sorry.
I thought you decided to drop that format.
Not after I came across this file on the Halloween burglar.
Oh, I've heard about this guy. He wears a bomber jacket and a skull mask.
That's the one, and I'm going to challenge him on the air to try it again if he's got the guts.
You are? I thought John was hosting Live-Cassie Crime Watch.
John backed out, so I'm going to do the show.
Wait a minute. You two had a fight about this, didn't you?
We discussed it loudly.
Auntie, please take my advice. Don't risk losing John over the dreams of an Emmy and a few lousy ratings points.
Cassie, you're just wasting your wise advice because John and I are now yesterday's news.
How can you do this when you know how John feels about the show?
This show happens to be a great idea, and John was the one that backed out.
Oh, well, can you blame him after the way you blew him off just so you could interview Michael Graham?
Cassie, I offered him another shot the very next day.
That's not the point. Now, I know John, Auntie, all right? The worst thing you can do is wound his pride, and that's exactly what you did the other day.
Obviously, you two discussed this.
We did, loudly, at the office. It took me over an hour to calm the guy down.
I tried everything I could to get him to be on this show. I apologized. I damn near got on my hands and knees and begged. Now, what else am I supposed to do?
Prove to him that he is more important to you than WVLE.
Cassie, I own this station now, and I'm not going to let WVLE suffer because John Russell can't swallow his pride.
All right. I have a great idea. Why don't you put Live-Cassie Crime Watch on hold until you smooth things over with John, and then knowing you, I am sure you will come up with a way to revive his enthusiasm in the show.
All right. So either I do what's best for the station and go on with the show, or I do what's best for John Russell's pride, put the show on hold and wait for his call. Is that the name of the game?
This is not a game. It's called reality, getting your priorities straight and realizing that all these cameras and these lights cannot possibly take the place of someone who really cares about you.
Excuse me, Melinda. We only have 2 hours before Live-Cassie Crime Watch goes on air.
Well, Melinda's not sure she wants to do that show. Come up with one of your boring reruns and it's
Belay that order, Swabby. Damn the torpedoes and full steam ahead.
Melinda,
I'm sorry, Cassie. I've made up my mind. I'm going on the air. I'm going to challenge the Halloween burglar, and I don't care whether John Russell likes it or not.
Yes? Delivery for room 122 from the Live-Cassie costume shop. Just, sign there, please. Getting ready for Halloween kind of early, aren't you? Right. Have a nice day.
Stand by. 5, 4, 3.
Good morning, and welcome to the first live broadcast of Live-Cassie Crime Watch. I'm Melinda Kramer, and I'm here to inaugurate a new era at WVLE by hosting a program in which you, the viewers out there, are invited to help your community. As we all know, there are certain crimes that are never solved. Live-Cassie Crime Watch is designed to bring these cases to the public in the hopes that some of our viewers may provide the missing links that have baffled the police for years. So in case any of you out there feel you have any information that may be of help, please call the number that you see at the bottom of the screen, 555-WVLE. There'll be someone there 24 hours a day to take down your information, and rest assured that your call will be completely confidential. Remember, 555-WVLE. Now on to our first case. Now is the time of year that signals the beginning of the Halloween burglar's crime spree. Wearing a leather bomber jacket and a skull mask, he'll begin breaking into homes all over Live-Cassie, putting together a little nest egg that will last him until next year when he'll start the whole process all over again. The only lead that we have so far is the fact that he seems to make a grand finale every night on Halloween night. So this year, we hope to put an end to his tricks by treating him to a couple of years in jail. So, Mr. Halloween burglar, if you're listening out there, give it your best shot. But remember, Live-Cassie Crime Watch is watching you.
Melinda's great, isn't she? She's really giving this guy some notice here.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, she's noticing the wrong guy.
Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but having to put up with these annual crime sprees for 3 years has been about 3 years too many. So please, if you have any information that leads to the man known only to the authorities as the Halloween burglar, call the number at the bottom of your screen now. Remember, you can make a difference when it comes to ridding our streets of...
WVLE. We're up close and personal with you. Oh, yes, ma'am, she really meant it. But that's our Melinda Kramer for you. You know, she goes where others fear to tread. No, ma'am, thank you for calling. All right, bye. Thank you, Melinda, for creating a monster.
Monster?
Betty, have Jerry handle my calls for a while, will you? Thank you. Ever since you went on the air and vowed to stop the Halloween burglar from making his annual strike this month, these phones haven't stopped ringing.
That's great. You object?
As your producer, no, I don't object because of this response. But as a friend, I have some serious doubts.
I know. It was a little risky of me predicting that we would catch this guy. But come on, if our ratings match this response, are you kidding? Then it's worth the risk.
I don't know if it's really worth...
Linda. Hi. How you doing?
Hi, Bo.
Hey, I saw your show. Incredible.
Mr. Producer, Bo Buchanan himself, how's that for a testimonial, huh?
Well, I'm not here just to cheerlead. I want you to know I will do everything in my power to help you nail this Halloween burglar. This was several years ago. Dee Dee and I, we were still dating, but she gave me a present. Very special, personal gift. It was a pocket watch that belonged to her grandfather.
And the burglar stole it.
Yeah. I was kept it locked in Ace's desk because it was more than just a watch. It represented how Dee Dee felt about me. Anyway, I was getting home late that night from a Halloween party, and there was the burglar running away.
Along with the watch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but what makes this whole thing so frustrating, I mean, I saw the guy.
You saw him? What did he look like? How old was he?
No, I saw him, but it was late, you know, dark, and it was quite a distance. But the thing that I noticed is that he sort of drug one leg behind the other, kind of a limp. Now, I didn't slow him down at all, but I figured that if I ever see him again, it'll make it a lot easier to know him.
So you went to the police?
Yeah, sure. They filled out the reports, but they weren't able to find out any leads, so I just put the whole thing out of my mind. And then I saw your show this morning.
Oh, Bo, I'm sorry. If my show brought back some painful memories.
Well, no, don't be sorry. The memories, they are painful, but I want to hold on to everything, anything that I possibly can just to feel close to Dee Dee.
I understand.
So, you can use a volunteer?
I'd be honored. Let's start by you telling me everything you remember about that Halloween night, and we'll start with this man with a limp.
Not much to go on, really. A shadowy figure and a bum leg.
Well, that's something. So with Dee Dee gone, this watch must mean a lot to you.
Yeah. You know, I can still picture the inscription that she put on the back. It said, to Bo, with love that time can never change. Dee. Little did she know, huh?
She knew. Time hasn't changed how you feel about her, has it?
You know, I was wondering if I should even come down today.
I'm glad you did. When they first sent me to the sanitarium, I was totally lost. I mean, my whole life up to that point was taken away from me. I was at rock bottom. But you want to know something? I found my own strength because I found myself. And that's enough.
That's more than enough, from what I see.
Well, you have that same strength, Bo. I see it. And for what it's worth, I mean, I was down about as far as you can get. But I survived. And it gave me a strength that makes my faith in myself even stronger.
You know, for me, I think the way to get this healing process really going is to do something positive. And right now, I can't think of anything more positive than to help you nail this burglar.
Well, then that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah.
Excuse me, Melinda. We really have to do something about these phone calls.
Okay, can you wait? Sure. And then I'll come back and we can plot some strategy.
Okay.